we have some good news about the best beach in St Vincent.
Welcome to St Vincent. As you can see, it's a hilly volcanic island with lots of ravines, famous for its nature trails, and its easy access to other beautiful islands like Mystique and Bequia. You can check out our film on Bequia. The first thing you'll be offered outside the port is a water taxi. It's $15 return to Villa Beach.
But that's not the best beach. This is the best beach. Shock horror. Where have you been hiding that? Well, we've been telling you about this beach since 2016, but Sandals have just opened a multi-million-dollar resort there on this public beach, and if you wish to go there, we'll tell you how in a second.
You only have to walk about 300 yards left outside the port, and it becomes more hustly and bustly, and we've just found a street market.
Get some salt with some onion and some garlic, a little tip of black pepper, and some curry, and you can put some sieve in them too, and some flour, and you mix them and fry.
And so that's a local dish.
We call it chichi.
There's chichi nets all along the bridge.
So before Jean shows you the rest of St Vincent town and finds the place that looks like Hogwarts, remember that beach I showed you? Well, the inlet for that beach actually is where they catch the chichi fish. Here are the families fishing in the river. Our film of chichi fishing, you can find Doris Visits Chichi Fishing. The way to the beach, I'll show you in a moment. St Vincent is quite small and industrious, but this is the local stadium where girls are learning to play football, and it backs onto this school that looks rather like Hogwarts. And when you read Cruise Ship Heist, the first novel in the cruise crime series, this is where Commander Kieran Phillips meets the nun and donates lots of money to the children. Where the money comes from, you'll need to find out from the book.
Right next to the market is the bus carriage. It's between the market and the sea. There are two bus stations. This one is Windward and the other one is Leeward. So depending on which direction you want to go, you need to pick your bus station.
Villa Beach is in one direction, and you can get a bus or a boat from the cruise terminal, as Jean showed you.
$15 return to Villa Beach.
And Sandals in Buckingham Bay is in the other direction. Ask the bus drivers.
This is the Leeward bus garage. It's the second one down from the ship. We're trying to go to Buckingham Bay. They don't have numbers on the buses. They just have where they're going, or ask the driver.
Buckingham Bay is the beach that we're after.
This is what I absolutely love doing. This is a typical Doris Visits trip. Get a bus, get off in the middle of nowhere, and suddenly St Vincent is a charming place. And the bus ride here was fantastic, all for $1.
For a couple of dollars, you can get to the only white sand beach on St Vincent.
So this beach is absolutely gorgeous. There's only 4 people on it, and they're from the ship. They paid $20 in a taxi return. We paid $1 to get here on a bus.
So this was 2017. Before Sandals started developing it. It now looks even more amazing, and it's still a public beach, so you can go and swim and use the sand. There probably aren't excursions there, but you can get there on the bus to Buckingham Bay. The bus takes about 30 minutes, and it's a couple of minutes walk down the hill. On the other side of the little river, on the other side of the bay, is where the local town is. These are the people who do the chichi fishing. And they also run canoeing tours. And there's a little bar hidden away in the town. The bay is very, very safe. Buckingham Bay is definitely one of St Vincent's gems. But St Vincent doesn't have many good beaches. It is surrounded by great islands like Bequia, see our film on Bequia, that have amazing beaches.
Welcome to the island of Bequia in the Grenadine Islands. Jack's Bar, what a place.
This also crops up in Cruise Ship Heist, but I can't tell you how or why because that would blow the plot. But you can see it's such a wonderful place, I couldn't leave it out of the novel.
I'm going to have a dip. It's too tempting. Welcome to Grenada, known as the Nutmeg Isle. Very small island, about the size of the Isle of Wight.
A happy feeling island. It's easy to see the town, and very easy to get to Grand Anse Beach.
Grand Anse Beach is about 7 miles from the port, and $1 on a public bus is a pretty good deal to get here.
We have a small chocolate museum where we offer a complimentary tour. We explain where chocolate comes from, we explain the process we follow here in Grenada to make our dark chocolate.
So we have our spice market, we have our nutmegs, we have our spices, we have our cloves, there's our chocolates.
My name is Alan.
Yeah.
Everybody always have a nice time.
The island that will make you want to dance and smile is famous for spices, chocolate, waterfalls, lakes, and great beaches.
This is a really long beach. You can either stay in front of the bars, which is densely populated, but you have Wi-Fi, or you can walk to the other end and have vast expanse all to yourself. If you want a beach trip, St Anne's is a great place to come. And it's breezy, so the temperature is pleasant, even though it's very hot.
Beautiful Guadeloupe is French, so it's part of the EU, and with a bit of luck you'll be able to use your smartphone, which means the local bus company app will work, and you'll be able to buy a ticket to beaches like St Francis or St Anne's. To save time, you might like to download the app before you go.
This is the very picturesque Pointe des Châteaux. This is the drier side of the island. It gets much less rainfall. Tucked away in the greenery is a little bar.
This wonderful old plantation house is said to be haunted, and money has been sought to turn it into a visitors centre. Here is the local cemetery, which is black and white, except no black person was allowed to be buried there. Not until 1946. If you're joining the ship here, you will go in a coach bonded to the port terminal and check into your ship. Once checked into the ship, you can visit Barbados.
Number 8 is the bearded fig tree, and it is how Barbados got its name, Los Barbados, the bearded one.
We're having a beach day today in Barbados from the cruise ship, and it's really easy to do cheaply. If you like a rum punch and a snorkel, this is the boat for you.
We'll show you north, south, east and west of the island, a bit in the middle, but tonight we're going out.
We're at Moe's Bar and Grill, and it's right on the side of the stage, so the music's going to be loud.
The dancing starts late, but if you don't get there early, you won't get a seat.
Very dramatic. I think there's a wedding over there. It's a baptism. The very helpful young lady in the bar said that the botanical gardens are 5 minutes walk up here. So fingers crossed, I'm trusting her. But it is quite a steep hill. Just having a beer at the famous Sandy Lane Hotel. God knows what it's going to cost.
I want to take you somewhere special, and I want you to meet someone special.
All the way to Nelson's Dockyard costs $7 for two.
And they'd heard about it on Doris Visits.
This already feels like a great day out. I think Nelson's Dockyard is a very pleasant place to come. A few officers at the time of Nelson left a bun in the oven.
Ah, the bakery. Very funny.
Oh, look. Expensive. If you've seen Nelson's Dockyard and you want to go to the beach, come down to the red and white building, go all the way up the hill and then turn left all the way down to the beach. If you're looking for a natural Caribbean beach, take the trip to Nelson's Dockyard and walk here. It's paradise. So far my Antigua beach trips cost me £1. This is the local bar. It's called Sandra's Bar and Grill. So 2 chairs and a parasol will cost you 50 Eastern Caribbean dollars, which is about £15.
But it's still cheap because we got there by bus.
This bar is called Castaway. We're going to have an Indian meal. They've got sport TV and Wi-Fi. So the taxi here cost other cruisers $30 US. It cost us $4, so the food was free. If you've got money, it's very easy to live here. You can't assume anyone knows where the local bus stops, even the policeman, but it stops here.
We also have a bus tour in the open-top bus. 3 routes.
This is Dodge Island, and it's where the cruise ships line up one after the other. The terminal is purely for the ships, but you can walk off the island over this bridge. The American Airlines Arena is literally the other side of the bridge. So this is South Beach. We got the 120 bus from Bayside and got off at Lincoln Road, and it was $2.25. We're in the Setai Hotel having lunch. It's not cheap, but it's a great menu, and you're only here for a day. What's the difference between Ocean Drive and South Beach? 20 minutes walk. This is Ocean Drive. With al fresco eating, drinks the size of sinks, music blasting everywhere, Ocean Drive is a party place.
Thanks for watching the Doris Visits Port videos. It means so much to us. Please hit the subscribe button and share with your friends. And if you have time, I'd love you to read Cruise Ship Heist, the first of our cruise thrillers. And if you can, review it wherever you purchase it. Apple Books, Amazon Books. It costs 99p on the Kindle.